Hello and welcome to this video that I am creating for you on the many different ways that you can use Facebook ads for your business. I had a meeting this morning with a client of mine and we actually did some planning and dialoguing around Facebook ads and how it used to be that you would spend money on radio and then you moved your budget for money for, say, radio and print advertising into social media so that you could build up your following. And then Facebook did this crazy thing where it didn't matter how big your following was, it got really difficult to get engagement. So now people are putting money into Facebook ads. Facebook ads have changed dramatically over the last year, and I wanted to kind of walk you through some of the things that I talked to my client about, which is basically when you are planning your budget these days, you really need to think in terms of what are your business goals and objectives and how does Facebook support them. For example, if you are trying to grow the number of likes on your Facebook page and you pay, as an example, 50 cents a like to get new people to like your page in an ad, and you are trying to build an extra 1,000 people in a month, using Facebook ads is going to cost you $500 a month to make that happen. If you're trying to build an extra 1,000 for the year, then $500 for the year will help you make that happen. I'm using that number just to illustrate how you need to think about Facebook ads. I'm not saying that that's what you should pay. I'm just saying you need to play around with Facebook ads to figure out what are the results that you can get and then budget accordingly based on your strategy. So there are a bunch of things that you can do with Facebook ads now. Number one, you can advertise to encourage people to actually go to your website. So sometimes you see these ads, they show up in your news feed, on your mobile device, on the sidebar, and maybe it's an ad to take you to someone's website. It could be a site on Amazon. It could be a site where they are selling some type of a product or a service. The other way that you can use Facebook ads is to create what is called website conversions. And so when you are creating website conversions, there's a couple of things that you can do here. You can put a conversion tracking pixel on your website to actually measure your results. You can also use a tracking pixel on your website so that when people come back to Facebook, you can have your ads show up on their news feed on websites. You can have your ads show up in their news feed. So it's kind of like two different things. One is I go to a website, I enter my email address, and this pixel can track how many people actually converted. They took action on my website. And the second is like retargeting. So Lisa was just on the Louis Vuitton website. Louis Vuitton knows because they have a tracking pixel that they can tell that my IP address was on their website and I'm now back on Facebook. They can basically show their ads to me on Facebook because that tracking pixel lets them know that I was on their website. Pretty cool stuff, a little bit Big Brotherish as well. You can also create ads that boost your post visibility. This will help you to get more likes, comments, shares, etc. And you can do that directly through Facebook ads, so facebook.com/ads, or you can use the boost post button on your Facebook page in order to get more visibility on your posts. So if getting more visibility on your posts is important, not just page likes or website traffic, you may want to look at what is your strategy going to be over the next 90 days or 12 months in order to make that happen. If you are a retailer, as an example, and you are trying to sell a certain product and you know that traffic equals conversion in terms of sales on your website, then getting more engagement and visibility on the posts that you share on Facebook is going to be an important part of your strategy. The next part is you can advertise to get more page likes. Now, a lot of times when you're starting out with Facebook, you start at zero, not a lot of times, but every time, you will run into a situation where in the beginning, typically you get a bunch of likes and then things kind of level off and it starts to get really hard to get more people to like your page. So you can run ads specifically to get people to like your page. You can do an ad directly from Facebook ads. You can also run what's called a dark ad, meaning it's kind of like a post engagement ad that doesn't show up on your page, but allows you the option to put the like page button on the ad as well. So the benefit of having more people like your page is when people like your page, or they have been on your website, or they are on your mailing list, they tend to have a higher likelihood of converting when you are trying to sell something, because they have taken some type of action. So there's 3 ways to take action. One is to click the like button, one is to go to your website, and the second is to sign up for something, to actually give you consent to email them. So gaining page likes is a good thing. If you have an app, you can encourage people to install your app. Now, there are apps on Facebook, game apps and things like that, or maybe you have a mobile app and you're trying to get people to download your mobile app on their phone. You might want to use Facebook ads for that. You also might want to use Facebook ads to get more app engagement. So I know, even though I don't really play games on Facebook, I see ads for games all the time. Now, you might be wondering, like, why on earth would people want to advertise, spend money to get somebody to play a free game? Well, there's a game. What is it called? I don't remember what it's called. Diamond Dash or something. Diamond Dash. That's what it is. So when I went to see my mom last year and I bought her a new iPad, I watched her play Diamond Dash. And so I downloaded the app so I could play with her and compete with her a little bit. And they have this tricky little thing. When you run out of lives, you know how sometimes people are asking you for game requests? It's because you have one of 2 options. If you invite all your friends to play the game, they'll give you X number of new lives. Option B is you can buy more new lives. So don't kid yourselves. Games are a big money revenue generator on Facebook. And so they advertise because they know that people will pay for more lives when they run out. Another way that you can use ads is for event responses. So you can create ads to promote an event that you're having so that you can get more people to register and or show up for an event. If you are an event planner, you want to know how to get bums in seats. And by being smart about how you target people and using Facebook ads, you can do that. You can also use Facebook offers. You can create ads to promote an offer that you have created. This is especially useful for free training, or if you are a retailer like David's Tea as an example. Well, I see David's Tea doing free coffee ads, free tea ads on a regular basis. Why are they doing that? Because they're trying to drive new business into their stores, because they know when people cross the lease line and they have an experience inside their store, they have a greater likelihood of converting them into a buyer. And once you have converted somebody into a buyer once, it becomes a lot easier to get them to buy again. So don't kid yourself. If you have a bricks and mortar store, some type of an offer, even if it's a $5 coupon to get people to come into your place of business, is a pretty smart way to market. And then lastly, you can create ads that get more people to view a video on Facebook. You notice that in your newsfeed now, a lot of videos just auto-play. So Facebook is giving priority to videos, and even more of a priority if you are advertising to get more views on your video. So those are some different ways that you can use Facebook ads to get results. There's also some cool stuff that you can do around uploading your list so that you can create a custom audience, then creating a lookalike list based on that custom audience. So essentially you upload your list and now you create another list that is similar in likes and interests as the original list that you uploaded. Because Facebook knows everything about you, so they can create a lookalike list that is similar to the one you just uploaded. You can also do some fancy targeting. So you can now target people who are connected to pages for your competition. So if you know, as an example, that person AB is your target audience. They share the same audience as you. You can target their page and your ads will show up for the people that like their pages. So people poo-poo Facebook ads all the time, but the truth of the matter is really 90% of what you see on Facebook is not advertising. I've counted in my newsfeed approximately 1 in 10 posts is an ad. But there are a lot of people out there that are monetizing Facebook ads by driving traffic to their business and building relationships because they know who their customers are. Don't underestimate the power of Facebook for your business. There's a lot of really great things and changes happening with Facebook, and I think that it's human nature not to embrace change. I want to encourage you to embrace change and look at how Facebook could become an asset for your business or an ally to help you market. If you think about the newspaper doesn't allow you to pick how much you want to spend in order to get views, whereas Facebook does. You can set up an ad for a month and you can spend $30, you can spend $300, you could spend $3,000. The choice is yours. When you spend $3,000 on an ad in a paper-based newspaper, you don't know how many people saw that ad, and they definitely can't click through to your website from that ad. So all I'm saying is educate yourself, know what is possible out there, because there are a lot of possibilities, and then choose accordingly as you're building your strategy. The other thing that I would say to you is before you jump into Facebook ads, take some time to make sure that the rest of your Facebook strategy and your competence level is where it needs to be in Facebook so that you're not throwing good money after bad or bad money after good. I don't know what the expression is, but you know what I mean. You don't want to spend money on advertising if your house is not in order with respect to how you use Facebook as a whole. So that's it for this week's blog video, Shop Talk video for you. I hope you like this format, showing you stuff on the screen. I'm doing some preparation for a new program that I will be training. It's not just on Facebook ads, it's on Facebook in general. It's been just over a year since I did a Facebook deep dive training, and I have a lot of people asking me for it. So I am prepping and wanted to just share some nuggets that I will be teaching in that program. Like I said, it's not all about Facebook ads, but we're definitely going to cover some stuff on Facebook ads while we cover everything else too. So thanks for watching. If you have a question or if there's something you'd like to know about Facebook ads, leave a comment, let me know so that I can answer it in an upcoming video. Bye for now.